Hello, hello. Today is day 5 of 30 of the Quick Quilting Tips series. I'm Leanne Parsons and I am a quilt pattern designer. And each day for 30 days, I am choosing a tip out of my lovely bowl here that my dad made for me. And I am sharing that tip with you. So let's choose one for today. Okay, today's tip says the binding strips formula. So this one is how you know how many strips of binding you need to cut for your quilt. This is really helpful if you're making a quilt that you have designed yourself, or something, you're not working from a pattern that would tell you how many strips you need. So this is how I figure out how many strips I need for a quilt. This is how I figure it out for my patterns as well. So you take the perimeter of the quilt, so that is all 4 sides added together. And for the sake of ease, we're going to be working with a mini quilt that is 25 inches square. Nice and easy. So that is 4 25-inch sides. So that is 100 inches. And then I always add an extra 20 inches for joining those strips together, mitering the corners, and then joining the strips together at the end. When you finish your binding and you join those last strips together. And so that gives us a nice total of 120 inches for this imaginary quilt that we're making. And then you need to divide that by 40. And the reason we do that by 40 is because that is the standard width of quilting cotton. That's kind of, when you cut off your selvages and everything, that's what you have as a usable width of your fabric. And that's, most brands will be at least 40. Some will be more, in which case you're going to end up with a little bit of extra scrap binding left over. But if you go with 40, then that should be a safe bet. So our 120 divided by 40 means that you need to cut 3 strips. And so for whatever quilt you're making, however big it is, it's the 4 sides added together, add an extra 20, and then divide that by 40. And to make things really simple, this is in my quilt binding tutorial, which I will put in the spreadsheet that I am creating each day, adding in each day's video and any extras for that. And so if you want that spreadsheet, then you can comment links if you're on Instagram, and that will be sent to you. And if you are on Facebook or YouTube, it's in the description or the caption. That is all for today, and we'll see you tomorrow.